Platicao.fm.
Modern English es una banda histórica perteneciente al movimiento New Wave, Post-Punk y Alternative Rock que se dio en la década de los 80 en Inglaterra. La banda ayudó a conformar y establecer dicho movimiento y su música, junto con otras bandas contemporáneas a ellos, ocupa un lugar de culto entre miles alrededor del mundo. Este 8 de noviembre, junto con Paul Young y Midge Ure, Modern English brindará un concierto muy especial en la Ciudad de México, en el Rewind Alternative. Al respecto, platicamos con Robbie Gray, vocalista de la banda vía telefónica. Robbie, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you, very good.
So, you're gonna be in the Rewind Alternative along with Paul Young and Midge Ure, and this will be your first time playing in Mexico. How does it feel to be part of that, and how does it feel to have the opportunity to play in Mexico City?
Really excited to come to Mexico City. We've never played in Mexico before, Modern English, so we're really looking forward to it. We're looking forward to having a look at the city, looking forward to playing the concert with Paul Young and Midge Ure, and we're very excited that it will be sunny, and because England's very cold at the moment, so we're happy to come.
And what to expect from the Mexican crowd?
I have no idea. I really don't know. I know that the Mexican football crowd, they're very excited, very passionate. So I imagine there'll be a lot of excitement, which is always good.
I can assure you that there is a lot of people here in Mexico that are really excited to have the opportunity to listen to your music live. And that is because it seems that this kind of music, this kind of sounds, is having a revival nowadays. And I don't know if you agree with me, but I can imagine that not only people that live that movement, that live that time are gonna be there, but also young people trying to have like a straight connection with this kind of music alive.
Well, it's exciting for us as well if there's going to be a lot of younger people there as well, because as well as playing our kind of more, the hits like I Melt With You and Hands Across the Sea and Someone's Calling and Ink and Paper, we'll be playing some more alternative songs from our early career, more edgy, more atmospheric, playing things like Gathering Dust and Black Houses, which are more alternative songs.
I can imagine that it's a challenge to play in a country that you have never played before. So, how to make that the Mexican crowd fall in love with you guys and with your music?
I think we'll just come on stage and yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, Mexico seems to like our music. That's for sure. I mean, we've never played in South America, and this will be the first time we played in Central America. But I think you're right. I think there's a revival of this kind of music because also in Peru and Chile and Argentina and Brazil, they're showing interest in modern English now also. So I don't know why, but it's very exciting.
Let's talk about your music because there is something magical about it. I mean, over the years you have created a lot of music with different feelings and different sounds. And you guys have music that sounds so happy that make you dance, but also you have music that sounds a little bit sadder, a little bit quiet, and even music with darker sounds and a lot of experimentation. But there is always this special atmosphere around. So, how to transmit that to the public?
Well, music's about creativity. It's about being creative. I write the lyrics, the words for the songs. We go to rehearsal rooms and we play lots of musical instruments and we make all this interesting sound. And that's what it's all about, really. It's about, atmosphere. The music's all about atmosphere. You know, like the keyboard player Steve Walker and the guitarist Gary McDowell. They use Gary McDowell. They use quite a lot of effects. You know, there's effects like lots of flanges and different sounds coming out of the pedals, the guitar pedals, and the keyboard sounds. So, you know, there's lots of some noises as well, you know, so it makes for an atmosphere. And that really helps when you're on stage communicating with an audience. You get all these different sounds coming around. It's really good.
And I believe that the special period in time in which modern English born had a lot to do with the creation of that sounds. You guys are special because you belong to that movement that born in the 80s, and like we said before, there is a lot of bands nowadays that are interested in exploring that kind of music. So, what are your thoughts about the modern musical scene?
I think, you know, it's different time for bands. I mean, I think younger people may look at the 80s as being a time where music was more important. You know, where bands were more, you know, were a bit more kind of artistic, a bit more creative, and I think younger people maybe look at the 80s as a period of that kind of music. You know, and I think that might be what it is. It's got sort of a romantic idea of what the 80s were. Whereas a lot of the modern bands, it's very difficult for them because there's not many record companies around anymore. It's very hard work to make money as a musician these days. It's really hard to do. So I think a lot of the public look back at that time in music and think it's a good time, an important time. I mean, you think of all the bands from that time, you know, Joy Division, The Cure, Simple Minds. I mean, Paul Young and Midge Ure, who we're playing with at this concert. I mean, there's so many bands, Echo and the Bunnymen. I mean, there's so many you can talk about. Very important bands and still are.
And now, talking about Paul Young and Midge Ure that are going to be there as well in that concert, had you guys touring together before? And I don't know if you have something prepared together for that night, like a collaboration on stage or something.
No. I think recently, Midge Ure and Paul Young have done quite a lot of touring together. I think in America they've done some touring together as a double bill. But we've worked with Paul Young before.
Yes.
A few times. We've never played with Midge Ure at all. Never met Midge Ure. So we've got no plans to do anything special together. No.
Well, this has to be a special year for you because Modern English played a lot of shows throughout the year, and you guys are still going because after your presentation here, you basically are going to play the next day in Texas and.
Yeah, we play one concert in Dallas. And
So.
then we go to the Dominican Republic first. Concert there. Then we come to Mexico City, and then we go to Dallas, and then we go home. But we've just done a really big tour with another 80s band, The Alarm, in America for like 2 months. We were on the road for 2 months over there.
And it's usual that when bands have big tours, that inspire them to create new music or to prepare new musical projects. I hope that happens with you as well. So, what are the plans for Modern English in the future?
Well, we're always writing songs. I mean, before I was speaking to you, I was writing a song. We're always being creative. So, we've got a song that we finished called "Not My Leader."
Okay.
It's being mixed at the moment, which will be the next release we have. Just one song. We've got some other songs we're working on at the moment. Next year. I don't know if I told you this already, but we're hoping to come back and do the whole of the After the Snow album, which has got I Melt With You on it. We're hoping to do a tour just playing that whole album. So hopefully we can do that. It'd be great.
That are great news because your last album that was released in 2017, it was a great surprise and a really well comeback. But before we spec new music, You have to invite us, you have to invite the Mexican crowd to this special concert, Rewind Alternative.
I think the message to the Mexican people, for us, it's very exciting because we've never been to Mexico to play before. So it'd be really great for us to play to a Mexican audience to see how they react to our music. And what's good about that will be that we'll be playing lots of different styles of music. We'll be playing some music from the very early days, before even I Melt With You. We'll be playing more alternative music. And then we'll be playing music from After the Snow as well, and Ricochet Days. And we're also going to be playing music from the last album, Take Me to the Trees. So there's a real mixture. So it'll be interesting to see how the Mexican people like the variation of the music.
I hope you guys not only enjoy the presentation, but enjoy the city as well, and everything that Mexico have to offer to all the people that come. So I know you're not gonna be much time here, but I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to actually being in the city itself. You know, I've heard a lot of my friends have been to Mexico City, but I've never been there, nor's the band. So we're all very excited. So we really look forward to coming. But I think maybe when we come back next year to do the After the Snow tour, maybe we can come to Mexico to a few different cities and play that album. That'd be great.
We hope that as well, yeah. But Robbie, it's time to say goodbye. And thank you so much to have this conversation with us. It is really a pleasure to talk with you. It's going to be a pleasure to have you here, to have the opportunity to listen to your music alive. And I think this that are going to be a special night, a special concert. And we really hope that you guys enjoy to be here and to play in Mexico City for the first time. And we're really looking forward to Rewind Alternative, Modern English, along with Paul Young and Midge Ure. So thank you so much, Robbie, for this conversation.
You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. We really look forward to seeing you, and let's enjoy Mexico City.
Así que no olviden, Modern English, Paul Young and Midge Ure, juntos en una noche inédita en el país, Rewind Alternative. Yo soy Saúl Rodríguez y están escuchando RKO.fm.
RKO.fm